AS2 valuation of inventories. This is the second accounting standard which objective is to formulate the method of computation of the value of inventory and the steps and the presentation. So, this will be specifying where it is applicable, not applicable, where this accounting standard is applicable, not applicable, what all it covers here, what is the recognition criteria, what is the measurement principles, and how it should be disclosed in your financial statements. So, normally the accounting standard will be starting with its objective, then the second will be where it is not applicable. So, other than this, everywhere it is applicable, it means. So, AS2 is not applicable where? It is not applicable to the construction contracts, to the service providers work in progress, to the financial instrument held as stock in trade, and producer inventories like livestock. Livestock means cow, buffaloes, hens, poultry, agriculture and forest products, mineral oils, ores and gases. Okay. So, construction contract has its own accounting standard, right. Service providers do not come under inventory because they do not have any physical stock. So, they can't be covered under evaluation of inventory. Financial instrument as held as stock in trade. Yes, stock in trade means it's a business of trading, buying and selling the financial instrument like shares and all, share traders, companies and all. It is their inventory, but you can't call it as inventory which is used for production purpose. So, it is not covered under AS2. So, financial instrument held as stock in trade is not covered under AS2. If it is held as an investment, it will go under accounting standard for investment. But if it is a stock in trade also, it will not be covered under AS2. Producer inventories, it has their specific accounting standards where they say it should be recognized at net realizable values. So, these are the 4 areas where it is not applicable. So, these are the places which is not applicable, other than that everywhere it is applicable, AS2 is applicable. Inventories, when they say inventories, what does it mean? It includes finished goods, raw materials, work in progress, and the spares, stores, spares, raw materials, consumables, but does not include machinery. Yes, machinery is a fixed asset, it can't be called as an inventory. So, held for sale in the ordinary course of business. Finished good is that which they have held it for sale. They have produced it, they have done the production, they have worked on it, it is their normal course of business and which is in the final stage and they have held it for sale. So, these stages like raw material, work in progress and finished goods is called to be an inventory. Other than that, for this production to supplement whatever the consumables, stores, spares which they are holding, which will be used in the production process, can also be called as inventory. Okay. Inventories should be valued at cost or NRV, whichever is lower. So, whichever is lower, cost or NRV, whichever is lower. So, we have to value first cost, we have to find the value of cost first, then we have to find the value of NRV, then we have to compare it, and whichever is lower, that will be the value of our inventory. So, when we say inventory, we have to value it item wise, each item we have to find its cost, NRV and compare, and then we should value the inventory. If the items are of same nature, same price, then you can group it as one item and value it. But each product is of different nature, then you have to compare cost and NRV separately for each item and value that inventory separately. Okay. So, what are the steps? The steps is first find the cost of that inventory, then find the NRV which is net realizable value of inventory, then compare that both and whichever is lower will be the value of your inventory. So, when they say what inventory consists of, so inventory consists of goods purchased and held for resale. You have bought and held for resale. You need not manufacture it only. If you held it and if you bought it and you are selling it, that also will be a part of inventory. Inventories also consist finished goods produced or working progress being produced by the enterprise and include material, maintenance, supplies, consumables, loose tools held for use in the production process. This is same as what they spoke here. Okay. Inventories do not include, this is important, do not include what? Spare parts, servicing equipments and standby equipment which meet the definition criteria of property, plant and equipment as per AS 10. This they are speaking of fixed asset. So any asset, any spare part which is part of your main asset which will be used for the main fixed asset as a replacing for making it in working condition, that fixed asset too. Like we have a machinery, it's any spare part we have in stores, which when this is worn out, that part we will replace it with the new part. That part will not be your inventory, it will be the part of your PPE, means fixed asset. So you can't call that spare part as an inventory. Okay. Machine spares not specific to a particular item of fixed asset and which can be used generally for various item of fixed asset should be treated as inventories. So understood here, they have clearly specified what it means. Such machinery spares should be charged to the statement of P&L account and as and when issued for consumption in the ordinary course of operations. Understood? So we'll go to the steps. So how to find the cost? When they say cost of inventory, how to value? So they say 3 items you have to include: cost of purchase, cost of conversion and cost of bringing the inventory to present location and condition. So when they say what the cost of purchase, what it means? It means purchase price, duties, tax, freights and other expenditure directly attributable to the acquisition. So for buying, whatever you are incurring expenses, that all will become the part of the cost of the asset, cost of the inventory, it's cost of purchase. But discounts excluded, taxes and duties which we are recovering back, refund from the taxation authorities, that also should be reduced, rebates, duty drawbacks, all this will be reduced and net figure will be the cost of purchase. What is cost of conversion? Cost of conversion is that for raw material to bring it to a work in progress, half completed, whatever the manpower applied on it, all the expenses according to our accounting standard rules, which will become the part of the cost of that raw material or that work in progress, that is the cost of conversion. So they have explained in detail the each item here, how to value the cost of conversion, what it becomes the part of cost of conversion. Then next is cost incurred in bringing the inventory to the present location and condition. So bringing that inventory to the location where it will be used in the process of production, till that whatever expenses incurred can be the part of cost of inventory. So what should not be included, which are to be excluded? This we should remember nightly. What should be excluded from the cost of inventory, which should not become the part of the cost of inventory? Abnormal amounts of wasted material, labor, other production cost. Abnormal word you remember. If there is an abnormal word, it's not to be included as the cost of inventory. Storage cost, administration overhead, selling and distribution overhead, interest and borrowing cost, whatever the finance cost. If you have taken a loan, that interest cost can't be the part of cost of inventory. However, AS 16 allows that can be included. So AS 16 is saying, AS 16 is related to borrowing cost, which is related to interest expenses which you are incurring. It allows some interest expenses to be added to the cost of the asset or the inventory. That only you should include. Other than that, no other interest and borrowing cost can be part of the cost of the asset. So these are excluded from the cost of inventory, remember. So till now we understood how to derive the cost of the inventory. So now when they say cost of inventory, fine. So now how will you value? FIFO method, weighted average method, or When it is not practicable to calculate the cost, the following methods may be allowed to ascertain: standard method, retail method. So there are a lot of cost formulas. Which method you will use? So that accordingly we will decide, and on that basis we will value the cost of inventory. Then next step is calculating NRV, which is net realizable value. Net realizable value is the, if you take this inventory to the market, how much amount you can recover on selling it, that is considered to be the selling price. But selling price, till taking that product to the market for selling, you may incur some expenses that should be reduced from the selling price, and what is we get is the net selling price, that is called net realizable value. So remember here, the selling price, which you, at what price you can sell it in the market, from that we will reduce the selling expenses. Remember, here we are reducing the selling expenses from selling price, but in the cost of inventory, when you are finding, we will be adding all the expenses here to the cost or purchase price. But in the case of NRV, selling price, from that we will reduce all the selling expenses. Means what selling expenses mean? For to sell that product, whatever the expenses we may require to spend, like to take that finished good to the market, we may require to hire one vehicle, we may require some people to lift it and put it in the shop, or to in the godown, or whatever the place from where we are about to sell it. That expenses you can reduce it and find the net figure, is called net realizable value. So estimation of net realizable value. So how will you estimate the net realizable value? This we will do with one illustration. I will not explain it here. There is one illustration which will give very good explanation for this. So we will do with that. And finally the disclosure. These are all the required disclosure which you are required to be made in your financial statement. What the policy you followed, whether you are the FIFO, LIFO, weighted average, formula method, okay. Then classification of inventories, like how much is raw material, work in progress, finished goods, stock in trade, acquired from trading, stores and spare, loose tool, others. With each breakup you have to show it in your financial statements, okay.